Alright guys, so the second lesson that you guys are going to go over for this weekend's notes is slope. Alright, so the slope m, that's going to be our variable for slope, is m, of a line is passing through the points x1 and y1 and x2, y2. It's the ratio of the difference in the y-coordinates to the corresponding difference in the x-coordinates. As an equation, the slope is given below. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Alright, and x1 and y1 cannot be equal to each other. So what we're going to do is use this equation to solve for our slope value. So let's look at example 1. Example 1 says find the slope of the line that passes through point A, which is negative 1, 1, which if we look at our graph is over here, and point B, which is 2, 3 over here. So the first thing that we always need to do is write our equation down. So we have m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So simply we're going to substitute in our values. So if we look at our second y value, that's what our y2 is going to be. It's the second order pair, and our y value is 3. We're then going to subtract a negative 1, which is our first y value. So minus negative 1 over our second x value, which is 2, minus our first x value, which is negative 1. Alright, so if we keep simplifying this, these two negatives become a positive, so we have 3 plus 1, which is 4, and these two become positive, which is 2 plus 1, and that is equal to 3. So my slope is equal to 4/3. Okay, let's look at example 2. Example 2 says find the slope of the line that passes through points 1, 4 and 3, negative 2. Alright, so I'm going to write down my equation. M is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Alright, so once again we have to look at our second order pair, and in our second order pair we're going to look at the y value, so that's equal to negative 2, and now we're going to look at the first y value subtracted, which is 4. Alright, then let's go back. I'm going to look at my second x value, which is 3, and then look at my first x value, which is 1. So all I'm doing is substituting in the value into this equation. So negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6, and then 3 minus 1 is 2. Alright, we can go ahead and simplify this further. If we divide it, it is equal to negative 3. So that is my answer for the slope. Okay, last but not least, let's look at example 3. So once again, alright, we want to find the slope of the line that passes through points 3, 1 and 6, 3. Alright, remember, this is my first order pair, and then this is my second order pair. So my equation is m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so if I look at the second order pair, my y value is going to be 3 minus, and I go back to my first order pair, and that y value is 1 over, let's go back to my second one. Okay, my x value is going to be 6 minus, now let's go to the first one, 3. Okay, so now all I have to do is simplify this fraction. 3 minus 1, on the numerator I'm going to have 2, and then on the denominator, 6 minus 3 is going to be 3. So 2/3 is my answer for the slope. Alright guys, so that ends our second lesson. Hopefully you guys understand slope a little bit better. If you have any questions, make sure you write them down and bring them to class.